Okay, so pretend this is your big hat, okay? Instead of the way that we had talked about doing it, where you would knit a few stitches and then you would knit 2 stitches together. See, when we talked about doing that, and so then that would decrease your hat. That causes some other complications that I think I really need to be there to show you how to do it. So I hadn't planned on you being so naturally committed and gifted at this knitting. So we're just going to have to back you up a little bit here. All right. So what we're going to do instead is see if your grandma has one of these yarn needles, because that's what's going to help you out here. I should have given you one before, but I wasn't thinking about it because I wasn't thinking you'd get this far along. So what we're going to do, this is the working yarn, and we're going to get a good amount off of here, okay? And we're going to cut it. And then we're going to take that end, the end that's attached to the knitting, and we're going to thread it through the yarn needle. Like that, okay? Now, here's the working yarn, right? We're going to kind of pull this needle out like that so that the stitches are off the needle. That's the working end, okay? This is the end that does not have the yarn coming off. And what we're going to do here is we are just going to slide these stitches off of the knitting needle and onto the yarn needle, okay? And basically what we're going to end up doing is cinching the top of your hat to close it up. It does, you know, have the more finished look if we were to do the decreases like this. See how this has the decreases, and you can kind of see the pattern there of where, and I'll show you how to do that another time. But for this project, since you're not anywhere where I can get to you to show you the rest of the stuff that will go along with you doing the decreases, we're just going to do a little cinch top. And it'll look great, and you can put a little pom-pom on it, and it'll be fine. Okay, so see how we're kind of cinching it? We're just running, right? This is that working yarn. Good, we got a little tangled up on this other needle. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going here and just push all of those knit stitches from the knitting needle onto the yarn needle. And Clara, if your grandma doesn't have a plastic yarn needle like this, she might have a tapestry needle. And you might be able to get that yarn through the hole of a tapestry needle, but you might not. So we'll have to see. Okay. So, sorry, I know I'm doing it fast here, but that's just because I'm trying to get to the end so I can show you. All right, so now at this point, see how we've got almost all of the stitches off the needle. So we're just going to finish doing that. We're just going to finish getting all of those stitches off the needle, and there's the last one. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to pretend this is that big long hat. is that I am going to pull this tight. Right, so see how it's cinching up the top? And again, this would look better if it was not, okay, there. So I pull it tight. Don't pull too hard because this yarn does break, but you want to pull it hard enough. Now, you are going to have this little hole at the top of your hat when you do a cinch close like this. One thing that we're going to do to kind of help with that a little bit, and remember, picture this as the top outside of your hat. And then I'm going to stick the needle in over here, opposite side of where it was. See if I can get it in there. Okay. Okay. Now, again, pretending that this is a hat, we are going to go inside the hat, right? And I am going to pull this tight here inside the hat. And see how that helps close up the hole a bit, okay? So we're inside the hat. I've just pulled that closed there. And I'm going to take the yarn needle. See how you can see it there? And it's coming out over on this side. So I'm just going to come and grab just a little bit of, you know, like one of the yarn little nubbies there. And I'm going to pull this through, and before I get it all the way through, I am going, basically you're tying a knot, so then I'm going to pull the yarn through there so that, see, we're making a knot, and then you can pull it tight. And then I'm going to slide my needle through there one more time. And we're going to make one more knot. Here we go. And pull that through so we've got a nice tight knot. Right? Okay, so see, that's a good knot, and it should stay closed there. Okay? And so then you can snip that. And then you'll turn your hat back right side in, or right side out. Now you can see there's still going to be this little bit of a hole. But if you make your pom-pom, which I don't know if you know how to make a pom-pom or not, but if you make your pom-pom, you can attach your pom-pom right there, and it would be covering up that hole right there. All right? So that's how you're going to finish off that hat. Okay?